The following footage is certified PG. Pretty great.
You know what this our intro reminds me of? Have you ever seen the new show? It's on Amazon Prime. Oh god, I forgot already. But it's but the ghouls and it's gonna come back to me. Of course,
Okay.
it's like
Think about if it's on Prime. I haven't seen it, but
oh, okay. Well, then never
but let
mind.
me know and I will look for it because that sounds
It's
interesting.
do you have Prime?
I do.
Okay, listen, you gotta watch this. It's kind of crazy, all right? It's very futuristic,
Yep.
okay? But let me tell you, dude, it is absolutely good to watch because it was from the game. I don't know, God, what's
Oh,
the
like the
game?
Squid Game type thing?
No, it wasn't the
Oh.
Squid Game. Fallout.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay.
You
All
gotta
right.
watch it. You gotta
I
watch
think
it.
I've seen the promos for that when I've been watching the Prime football games.
Yep. You have to watch it. It's so good. It's out there. Okay. So it's
Yeah.
like it's very out in the very apocalyptic new world. You know what I mean? Like the US, it was like 2077 when like this first started. They got hit by four bunch of like nuclear bombs, and it's like the rich and like the privileged went into these like underground bunkers, right?
Right.
And it's like that's how it starts. But like with one of them, they finally come out and all that, and it's like, all right, what happened afterwards, right?
Right.
Like the people afterwards, like who still went out, who's still up in the world, and it's good. It's really good.
All
You'll
right.
like it a lot. I'm telling
Cool.
you.
I'll definitely have to check that
Since we
out.
were just talking about a show and you just got done, you're almost done with one of your shows.
Yep.
I'm recommending that one for you next.
All right. Cool.
So
Sounds like a plan.
yeah. Well, welcome everybody to Breakfast Takes. My name is Ed, also known as the Deadhead. With me again, my good friend, the mayor.
Morning.
We're here today. We're not too happy.
You can see I told you I'm already on the basketball season.
I know. I saw you.
My football season's over. Football's over. It's dead to me now. So
dude,
on to the Hornets. As bad as they are.
Yeah. You're like, I'm out. I'm done. This is it. I'm not doing this anymore.
The old school Larry Johnson.
Oh.
I love
that was my favorite number growing up. And then also obviously Larry Johnson, you know what I mean? But it was
it was the closest I could get back then to number 23. They didn't have anybody wearing number 23. So I was like, well, I'll get a number 2. And Larry Johnson was a beast.
And honestly, I don't think anybody during that time really wanted to wear 23.
No.
You know what I mean? Because you didn't want to be compared to
right. You didn't want to be like, oh, look at him trying to be like Jordan.
Right, exactly. So I was like, do I really want to do that? You know what I mean? So like, no, maybe not. Let's not do that.
And that's the thing with me is everybody's like, oh, you like Jordan? I'm like, he's all right, but I'm a Mattingly guy. That's why I like 23. And they're like, oh, okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
what I love is I hit them with that, and there's no comeback from Mattingly because they're like, oh, a goat. Okay, you're good. Yeah. You're good. I get it.
But here's the thing, though. Like everybody's like, oh, Michael Jordan. He was one of the greatest, but like, I didn't grow up. You did,
dude.
With Jordan.
He did. Yeah, I mean,
he did some crazy things. I'm not denying that.
Jordan to me was this is where the argument ends for me with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's not as competitive as Jordan. I don't care what anybody says. He's not even the same atmosphere of competitiveness with Jordan. And I mean, Jordan's going to get out there and play and beat you on crutches if he has to. So
he was, from what I understand, he was competitive with everything. Everything.
Appreciate
and
you
already got a, it is a nice hat though. I don't know why you don't like that.
The new logo. I'm not saying I didn't like the new logo. I just thought with the old jersey, I wish I had one with the old logo on it. I don't have one anymore. That old hat that I bought when they first started the franchise, it was actually a snapback white bill, teal. Excuse me, white hat, teal bill, and the old logo. Yeah, I like Glenn Rice. Okay, but he wasn't one of my ultimate favorite players. But Glenn Rice was a good player. I like Glenn Rice. But
is that Mitchell and Ness or is that a New Era?
Yeah, it's a Mitchell and Ness. I'm sorry. Yeah,
that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's a snapback Mitchell and Ness.
Bill, you're right. He does hold grudges from like.
Oh yeah.
you know, from the when he was in the womb, dude. This dude hold grudges. He will never
Yeah.
let go of grudges. That's who he is, though.
And the people that want to come at these days that want to come at with the, you know, all of LeBron stuff, like, get out of here. LeBron is a he's a great player because he was built out of high
Mhm.
school to play in the NBA, and he's played a long time, and he's had a pretty good bit of success. He hasn't had
Mm,
the greatest
yeah.
success. He's had to manufacture success, if you know what I mean. Like,
What do you mean?
well, he carried Cleveland that last year before he went to Miami. He
Mm,
carried them hard.
yeah, he did.
Um,
I
but
was
then he
there.
but then he bolted and manufactured success in Miami. He came back to Cleveland and remanufactured it and tried to accomplish what he should have just stayed there and done to begin with. He
He
stays in
should have stayed
Cleveland.
there.
He stays there in Cleveland and does what he does in Cleveland, gets people to come there. All right, you're on the Jordan track now. You got off the Jordan track. You went another route. Hey, it's about the rings for him, and I get it. But you went and manufactured success in Miami.
But
You came back and remanufactured it, and then after you did that, you're like, okay, I got my hometown a ring. I'm going to go to Lakers, and all he's done there is Jerry Jones that franchise as a player.
well, here's you know what? I think that he he wanted to do his own. He wanted to do his own way. He's like he felt that he wanted to get. He wanted to prove that he can go to other franchises and win a championship there, which he
Right.
did. He did it in Cleveland. He did it in Miami. He did it in Los Angeles. So
Yeah.
he's won everywhere he's been.
True.
So he wanted to do something, but I think that he's aware of the whole Michael Jordan, LeBron, you know, thing,
Yeah.
right? The comparisons and all that. And I think he wanted to just to do something that was different from what Michael Jordan did, which I don't blame him. Listen,
Sure.
I get it. You know what I mean? That hey, do you, bro? You know what I'm saying? Do you?
And I don't knock the success he's had,
Yeah.
but the success he's had, in my opinion, and I'm not trying to be the old guy, get off my lawn. I
Mhm.
saw Jordan play, you didn't, guy. Even though in some cases
Sure.
that's true. I just say from the competitiveness and just the way
Mhm.
Jordan, uh, just my interpretation of Jordan is that he is way above LeBron and a lot of other. Closest thing to me, for me, to Jordan was Kobe. And that's what gets lost in the argument to me.
Okay.
Because I personally have Jordan, Kobe, LeBron in that order.
Really?
Absolutely. Kobe was he was as close to Jordan as there is competitively. Um, he didn't like to put up with anything with his teammates. Um, and he did it all with the Lakers. Um, the only my only grudge against Kobe is that he didn't want to play for the Charlotte Hornets and got traded after he was drafted, and but he wouldn't have done what he did in Charlotte anyway. So, but that's my take. There was nobody like Jordan. There was nobody like Kobe. Outside of the physicality, there's a lot of people like Jordan, or the physical size, the physical build.
Yeah. Listen, LeBron was built different. He's built like a linebacker.
Yeah,
And this is coming from a guy coming from Cleveland.
appreciate it, Clutch.
Donnie, that's a take, man. That's a take.
Yeah.
I'll say this. Michael Jordan, killer instinct. Like, I mean, this dude, he knew, like, he knew how also he also manufactured some of his crazy shit. So let's go with that too. You know what I'm saying? But also Kobe was on a whole different level as well. He knew like his training was different, his mentality is different. Like he knew once he got on the court, we're not friends right now. Like as soon as we get off the court, we can talk.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm trying to kill you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Kobe had that. You're right, 100%.
And
I don't know, man. But
I don't see that with LeBron. I mean, that's a product of today's game. These guys are all friends and buddies and stuff, which again goes back to what I say. He brings his buddies with him, and then when it don't work, his buddies go somewhere else. They're still his buddies.
yeah,
But Jordan, I mean, Jordan was like y'all to the ownership. Just give me a team. And whatever team Jordan had, they were going to win. And Jordan was going to make sure they won. And yeah, Clutch, you're right. If LeBron had Kobe's mentality, he would be much greater to me. He just doesn't have that mentality. And that's what it boils down to probably for me is ultimately, like I said, Jordan had that mentality. Kobe had that mentality. LeBron has the physicality, the physical nature of the game. He has a great game, but he doesn't have the game they had. He doesn't have the killer in him that they have. And that was a knock on him when it's his first time in Cleveland, because it was always like, oh, LeBron doesn't want to take the big shot. He's always, and that's always been his nature. And that there's nothing wrong with that as far as like his like assisting the other players.
Yeah.
But that goes back to what I'm saying. Jordan ain't giving you the assist unless he has to.
LeBron only has the killer instinct in the playoffs. That's it.
But he doesn't get to the playoffs much.
That's what I'm saying. Not with the Lakers, he doesn't. Not anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? I was surprised that he's actually decided to stay in Los Angeles this year, because obviously his minutes were going to be diminished. He's no longer the focus in Los Angeles, it's an interesting dynamic, because now you start to think it's like I'm at the end of my career and I'm no longer that person. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm not it. Like, I'm sure the Lakers will be like, okay, go ahead. I mean, listen, it's been fun. Congratulations on your career, blah, 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 blah. You know, have fun.
Yeah. Well, that's the businessman nature that LeBron has.
It is.
That's all that is. It's a business decision. And he's like, I'll choose when I leave. And they're like, okay, whatever. I mean, they've let him do everything else he wants to do.
But you're right, though. I can't argue with him not having that killer mentality that the other players had. Like you said, Michael Jordan had it, Kobe had it. LeBron's mentality is different.
Yeah,
he wants to play more of a team sport. Right. He doesn't want to take over. He wants to do the whole. Which I listen. There's nothing. I
appreciate some of that, because there's not enough of that these days.
Right. But when you need to take over, you need to take over, and you're the it. And a lot of the times he wasn't it. Kobe was like, no, I need that ball and I want that ball. It's gonna be me, homie.
And again, Michael and Kobe, they were team players when they needed to be.
Mm-hmm.
And but they made sure that they had the pieces around them that complemented them.
Can't argue there, man. Good talk already. We're already 15 almost.
You know who doesn't have the killer instinct yet?
Who?
If he's going to ever have it?
What? Who?
Bryce Young.
Why is that? Tell me that. I was going to let you talk because obviously I'm a Browns fan. Everybody knows I'm a Browns fan. And I was watching that game. It coming in and out because I had to do some things around the house and everything. And I saw the ending of that game and I'm like, no, we're not there yet.
This was one of those few days where Rhonda and I got up, ran some errands. She was going to do some things with her aunt, and so she came back and dropped me off at the house about 2:30.
Yeah,
she didn't come back till the fourth quarter. So I sat there and watched this guy. I had nothing else to do but sit here and watch this game. And man, what a game it was until it wasn't. I mean,
I was just going to say until it wasn't.
They, like I told you all weekend and earlier before we started, we played to prevent them from winning, and all that does is prevent you from winning. You can't get soft at the end. We were so aggressive. They came out, like I said, Stafford was 8 for 8 coming out the gate, and they were moving the ball, and then the defense started locking it down. Defense started making the plays. They didn't make the dumb mistakes. There were a couple of times I was kind of like, Horn got away with this one or Horn got away with that one, because he got
away with a lot. Yeah,
he did, and he plays to get away with them, and occasionally he gets caught.
He gets burned.
But the defense was locking him down. At one point, after he went 1 for 8, he was like 1 for 9 or 11 or something like that. And We'll get to the Packers a bit. We
Yeah.
might not get the Packers today since we're talking Carolina sports, but
No, but I think we should
we'll get to
touch
it
on
Tuesday.
a
But
lot of these.
we will touch on these games. We won't just ignore them today either. This morning,
We'll touch on the Packers today, but I definitely want to hear our friend Eric
definitely on
talk
Tuesday night.
about.
Yeah,
You're right. He's
but
not
the
wrong.
defense, I mean, well, and even Eric said it the other night. The Packers are going to do what the Panthers did, or something, or maybe you did. I think you might have said it. They're getting ready to do what the Panthers did by letting Chicago win that game. But to finish my thought, the defense was locking them down and aggressive, and the Bryce was making the plays he needed to make. I mean, he was making some good throws, and he was hitting Tetaroa. They were moving the ball.
Yeah.
And then he gets that clutch run to score, and it's like all of a sudden it's like okay, we're gonna play soft and don't let them get anything downfield. And I'm like,
Yep.
You haven't let them get anything downfield all day since the first quarter.
And also Matt Stafford was injured.
Yeah, he had hurt his hand. It's like, go at him. Stay up on these receivers. Don't let them get any. And then all of a sudden it's chunk play. And you're like, oh, shit, what happened? They're about to score.
Team of the show, killer instinct.
Yeah.
They didn't have the killer instinct at the end.
Yeah,
they did not have the killer instinct at the end. Eagles do suck, Matthew. That was.
Oh, man.
That was bad.
The Eagles, We'll talk more about them tomorrow night, tomorrow night too. But Eagles got some decisions to be made real quick.
Yeah, Sirianni, Jesus Christ. We'll touch on some stuff here in a little bit, obviously, because I want to touch on all of the other playoff games that we did. But one, I'm gonna start with some good. Okay, I'm gonna give you a shit sandwich. Okay, I'm gonna start with some good. The Rams were a 10-point favorite.
Yeah.
Okay, I will, full disclosure, I didn't have the Panthers winning. Okay.
I know you bailed on me.
I did.
You've been with me all season long.
I did. But I had to go in. These picks that I made this week, it's like I try to think about them and I try to all right, let me see. And here's my thing on the Panthers. From the outside, right? Because you're a fan. It's like you've been here longer than I have. My opinion is that finally, one, they got a good head coach that can that's righting the ship, right? Two, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, you haven't heard anything from the owner this year.
Yeah.
Right? So he's been somewhere else.
Yeah.
Or if he's been there, they've been very tight-lipped about what the things that he does, that he says, or anything like that, because nothing has gotten to the media about that. Usually when there's something going on, the media will know about that away.
The only thing I've seen with him is the Panthers social media will show him arriving at the game or leaving the game or down on the field pre-game, but he's out of the media and out of the controversies.
Exactly. Which
is where he should be.
100%. Take it from someone whose owner is meddling on his team, my Cleveland Browns, right? Number 3, the defense played absolutely wonderful. That was a great defense. They were very aggressive right from the get-go. They had nothing to play, right? Because they knew that they weren't the favorites. They knew that everybody was saying the Rams, right? Which, good for them. On the other side of the ball, on the offense, you can still see that Bryce Young still has some ways to go.
Yeah.
Has some ways to go. Although he wasn't the one that lost the game this week.
No. Again, as much as I love this is my take on my general take on the loss. It was a coaching loss. And that being said, I love what Canales is doing. I love what our DC is. Our DC is actually up for two jobs. The Atlanta Falcons and the Raiders both want to interview our DC.
I saw that,
for head coach. And that's a good sign when your DC is getting asked to interview. I hope he doesn't leave because I think he's building something here, and he probably won't. And some of that could be, I hate to say it, some of that could be courtesy Rooney Rule interviews.
No.
But I think they're legit because I think he's put together legit. You know what? And this is the thing that reminded me of is I look back on like Todd Bowles and Raheem Morris.
Mhm.
He's like them at a younger age when they started getting their opportunities for head coaching jobs, and he's very much in that mold to me.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with him being black or anything. He's that young DC that's really solid with his defense. He's built a good defense, and he knows what he's doing. And so I hope they keep that continuity together because they are building something here. They just need a few more pieces.
Yeah.
But collectively, they played that last 2 minutes not to lose the game.
Yeah.
And that's all, anytime you do that, you're going to lose the game. It's like they should have stayed aggressive. They should have stayed aggressive. They should have stayed aggressive.
Yeah.
I would rather, I told you before the show, I would rather be aggressive and get beat on a play and lose than not be aggressive and let them just march down the field, and then your heels are on the goal line trying to stop them from getting in, and then you have no time to do anything yourself. And
which you didn't.
I mean, in most cases, a lot of people are like, "Oh, well, geez, they left Tom Brady 55 seconds. What are they doing?" That's what you used to always hear. You don't hear that about Bryce. Nobody said, "Oh my gosh, they left Bryce Young 55 seconds," because they're like, he's not going to do much for 55 seconds. He tried, but that came down to, again, in the moment, the panic of the collective coaching situation, and maybe because this the first time in the playoffs as a coaching staff, they panicked, in my opinion, and called some really bad plays. First and second down on that first drive. What are you doing? I mean, those plays were horrible. And then in the whole scope of the game, my biggest problem with the Panthers, and this is my biggest problem with the Panthers the last 6 or 7 weeks. What are you doing, Rico Dowdle? Why are you not running him? Dude was knocking out 100-yard games left and right when Chuba Hubbard wasn't there. And I get it. Hubbard's a great back. And you don't lose your job for an injury in general, but you also don't mess with a hot hand either.
Nope.
And Dowdle was they should have rode Dowdle. I mean, I'll
say this, Dowdle only had 5 carries for 9 yards.
That's a problem. I
and
mean,
Chuba
the last 5 or 6 games, he had 10 yards. Well, him and Hubbard both only had 10 yards against Tampa. That's a game in the rain where the running game should have been boss, and it wasn't.
No. Oh yeah, we talked about this one, right? It was a horrible game. They should have been running the ball. Shouldn't have been throwing it as much as they did, and that ended up costing them.
Yeah, and the thing is, Dowdle's already talking like, I'm out of here. Like, I'm free agent market. I'm gone, because they've made their choice basically to stick with Chuba Hubbard.
Well, they paid Chuba.
They did. And
so they gotta stay with Chuba.
And that's what I hate, is when you have a running back that you're paying a lot of money, he gets hurt, you get a hot hand.
There's no for Matt Stafford. Sam, that was good. I'll give it. He was there.
Yeah. I love Carolina Mike. I got a shout out, or not a shout out. I got a like from Carolina Mike on my my hat post on Saturday too. So
he was there. I mean, good for him. Listen, at the end of the day, and I'm going over these numbers right here, and it's definitely, you can definitely tell who. Listen, Puka Nacua, 10 receptions, 111 yards. Jalen Coker, 9 and this is for Carolina, 9 receptions, 134 yards. So he averaged about 14.9, right?
Yep.
Only 1 touchdown. He was targeted 12 times. The other person, who was closest to Cooker was McMillan, with only 7 targets, 5 receptions for 81 yards. So when you go over to the Rams side, Davante Adams was targeted 13 times for 5 receptions. So again, we get it, but he was targeted a couple of times, and there's a difference right there. But I told you, Law was from Bills Mafia, baby. Hey, nothing wrong. Listen, I saw that ending. Oh, actually, I was on my way back from my parents' house, and I put the game on. My wife and my daughter were sleeping, and on the way back home. And so I was like, I put the game on and I listened to that ending of the Bills and Jaguars. Holy moly.
Yeah, you should have watched it. It
I
was
saw the
it
highlights
was
later
yeah,
on.
it was crazy. That was a crazy ending to that game.
I had the Bills winning.
Yeah, I went with I
Sorry.
went with my heart on the Jags, and the Jags have been playing stronger, but again, you know,
The comparisons, right? Because these are
Allen and
young
them, they found
teams,
a way. Yeah,
newer coaches. They're starting to put their imprint on the team. And with the Jaguars, listen, they're going to be a good team for a while, man. They are.
absolutely.
With the Carolina Panthers, there's still some things that need to be worked on. You're right.
I don't know about T Law being a fraud now. Come on, man. I will say this on that run that he had where his leg was down and they were about to score. You got to stay on your feet. You can't try to dive like he did. I couldn't tell quite. I don't know that he quite slipped. I think he just like saw the defender and tried to lunge. Yeah, you got to keep your feet. You got to get that thing. You can't take a chance that part of your leg's going to hit the ground short, and that's what happened. And
Yeah.
um,
Let me ask you this: out of all of these games, the ones that we've seen so far, the Panthers against the Rams, Packers, Bears, Bills, Jaguars, 49ers, Eagles, Chargers, Patriots, which will surprise you the most?
uh, probably I don't know.
In my opinion, I expected more from Philly.
See, I didn't. I mean, I expected them to win.
Yeah, but they're Super Bowl champions, right? Like, I mean, they just won the Super Bowl. But you're right, though. Like, there's been Sirianni, dude. What the fuck is going on with this dude?
They've been suspect the second half of the season a lot. Um, I don't know. I was is with them. They're Jekyll and Hyde. It's which one's going to show up. It's not. It's not necessarily the surprise there. Um, I
You know
don't know
what?
if anything's a real surprise, to be honest with you, because Bears Packers third game of the season. I figured that was going to be kind of a
That Bears
toss
Packers game
up.
was good.
It was. I mean, Packers had no business losing that game.
No,
But you know,
you had that
it,
big of a lead, and then all of a sudden you gave it up, and
yeah.
then you
I
couldn't
mean,
score anything
that's kind of
afterwards.
crazy. The thing I guess that got me about the Charger game last night was that just all they
What
were
did I
doing was
text you? What I text you guys to our thread?
what did you
Herbert has
Herbert.
no help,
Yes, he
none
does. He has no
whatsoever.
help. And the fact that there was like it was a kicking game was so boring.
Herbert needed more help, and he didn't get. Dude, I was watching. I was getting frustrated with him because I was editing my podcast and everything for today, and I was like walking. I was watching. I put it on my laptop, and I was watching it, and I'm like, these guys are dropping passes left
Yep.
and right. Justin Herbert is trying to do everything, and then the defense just almost trying to decapitate Justin Herbert at one point.
Yeah, offensive line was not blocking anybody worth
None.
a damn. Yeah.
I'm the Chargers. I'm looking at that offensive line, and I'm looking at a couple wide receivers because these wide receivers kept dropping easy passes. Like, I mean, Justin Herbert was putting it there, and Justin Herbert can't do everything.
Right.
He can't.
I mean, they brought Keenan Allen back to try and help with that, and it hasn't helped.
Even Keenan Allen was dropping passes.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he's kind of past his prime in my opinion. So, uh,
Are
true.
dealing with 100. Drake May only throwing one touchdown, throwing a pick. May overrated.
Mm,
I don't know, man.
I don't know if I go that far, Sam. I mean,
How about this? Let's see what their next game is going to be like, right? Because we already have who they're gonna play, and then we'll
I,
figure it out at that
I
point.
will say this to Sam's defense, though, a
All
little
to be
bit
determined.
about them being overrated. They didn't play. They played one of the softest schedules this season. So the fact that they're where they are record wise has a lot to do with their schedule. But I think Vrabel and May are on the right path.
Yeah, I think so too. I like what they're doing in New England.
Yeah.
They're doing it, man. Like, I wish Vrabel was the head coach of the Browns. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So the Patriots are gonna get either the Steelers or the Texans. If I'm the Patriots, I want the Steelers.
Oh, absolutely. You don't want anything with that Texans defense.
Right now, the Texans, like at the second half, like we're talking about first half, second half, that second half for the Texans, that defense has been stupid. Like, I mean, holy Jesus.
Yeah.
So I'm the Patriots. I'm watching tonight that game, and I'm like, yeah, give me the Texans. Give me the Texans. Because I give me the Steelers. I don't want anything to do with the Texans right now.
Right. I agree with you there because I think the Texans get into that game against New England and they could do some damage there and maybe move on.
I don't know about the Broncos, man. I'm sorry. I'm still not on the Broncos ban. I can't be.
Virgil's been calling Denver the frauds all year
frauds.
long.
My friend Virgil, by the way, which we will be on the show tonight with him as well on Break Even Sports, that we will talk about soccer and all that. Virgil will be there, and then tomorrow, Tuesday and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern time, we are definitely going to be breaking down every single one of these games.
Yep.
I listen, Sam, I'm with you. I get it. I understand that, a lot of people are on the Broncos. I'm not on the Broncos. I'm not.
The Broncos have the benefit of the experience of Peyton with a quarterback that does what he tells him. And they also have the experience of a young quarterback that's not really a young quarterback. I mean, Bo Nix did 6 years of college. He's not like somebody that was like 2 or 3 years of college and then come out and he's still learning. Dude was like already a veteran coming into the league.
So Sam, they're actually the Broncos and Bills are going to play against each other this week. Yeah, and so they're on the 17th, and Buffalo, as of right now, minus 1.5 is Buffalo. So, we already have the NFC's already set up, right? You got Seahawks and 49ers, and then Bears and Rams. Woo, baby.
Yeah, I think I'm interested to see the Seahawks-Niners game now that Kittle's out with the Achilles injury and done.
Yep.
Hate that for him. But San Francisco's done it all year long with all these guys being out. So who knows?
Yeah, good luck with that, Sam. That's gonna be well, I'm not giving you what my pick is, but it's gonna be a good game. And again, we still got one more game left. We got the Steelers and the Texans tonight, and it's going to be an interesting one. Although, by the way, I don't know if I would have put this game on Monday night prime time.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was just the way it fell. Maybe they had these.
Yeah.
I don't know how that works as far as the playoffs are concerned.
Because there were other games that were much better. I would have either put the Eagles 49ers or I would have put the Jaguars Bills on a Monday night because these games were good.
Yeah.
And so I don't know, man. Also, I'm not a Steelers fan. Mike, our good friend Mike, would kill me for, you know what I mean? He was like, I'm holding receipts, Ed, you know what I mean? I'm just and so this week, did you have the Texans or did you have the Steelers?
I took the Texans. I told Mike, my apologies, but I'm taking the Texans in this
Same.
game.
I was not going to do the Steelers. I took the Texans on that one as well. So it's going to be interesting.
Yep.
It's not that I don't want to admit it. It's just that I don't know, man. There's something about them that just I cannot do it, man. No, he's not. No, he's not.
Come on, Sam.
Get out of here. I can't. I'm gonna drink a jug of water because I can't.
Sam reels you in with a good comment, and then he drops a couple of things.
He drops it. He's like, okay, all right,
Sam.
Sam.
Man, what you doing, man? No, Sam, you got to find a way to watch us on Thursday night. We'll do all our picks for next week's playoff games on Thursday night, 8 p.m. We'll have the whole gang together. We'll go through all of these playoff matchups, and
you're just trying to bait me, Sam. I know you're trying to bait me on the Aaron Rodgers thing. I know you're.
He knows as a Browns fan and as a guy who despises Aaron Rodgers, he's trying to rise out of you.
100% despise Aaron Rodgers, and I don't hate the Steelers. I used to, like, with the utmost passion.
You live with a Steelers fan, and you can't hate the Steelers when your wife likes them.
Exactly. So
You can secretly dislike them a lot. You can't
yeah,
hate them.
we can't hate them. Like I don't really care for them. Like I had the utmost respect for the Rooney family, right?
Discount double
So
check. I like that.
I know, right? Uh, the Rooney family, Mike Tomlin. I think he's an absolute Hall of Fame head coach.
Yep.
Hall of Fame head coach. You know what I mean? I just right now, like my dislike was turned up a couple of notches when Aaron Rodgers signed with them. So that's that.
They've been, yeah, I'm with you there. I like the Rooney family's ownership. They don't meddle. They stick. They're loyal to a
God,
fault. Not in the Jerry Jones way, but they're just loyal to a fault. This was a panic move by them because after Roethlisberger, they haven't found that mid-round quarterback to replace him yet because they're too good to get a top draft pick, and they don't ever keep a lot of draft equity to trade up either.
Can I ask you this question then? Should they? And again, this is going to be a bad. Like should they have a bad season?
That's what all the Steelers fans wish for, but they wish for it for Tomlin to be gone, and they're stupid because Tomlin's
an idiot.
Hall of Fame quarterback.
They're idiots.
But for that's a tough one too, though, because you don't know what you're going to get out of these quarterbacks. I mean, look at the top quarterbacks drafted. A lot of them don't work out. They might work out for a couple of years, but where are the guys that were the top quarterbacks picked, 3-4 years ago? Most of them suck. You look back at your they brought in one of those guys in what's his face that went to the Jets.
From Ohio State.
His name just totally escapes me. But anyway, they've tried that. They've tried those guys. A lot of the really good quarterbacks right now were not first round draft picks. And so they've got to pick the right quarterback either late first round or in the second round. And who that is, I don't know. But if I'm them, I'm hiring as many quarterback scouts as I can.
No, it's Justin Fields.
Justin Fields. I totally dropped a name on that. I mean, they tried that with him. They were stupid to bring in Russell Wilson. That just was it didn't
work out.
That's like going down and buying a used tire from the used tire store because you got to have a tire.
Yeah. Hey, we've all been there.
Exactly. You're like, I ain't got the money for a new tire right now. I'm just gonna go get one.
Can I get this one that still has a little bit of tread in it?
I get a couple of weeks out of this or a month out of this.
I got to get a little bit on it.
But they've just missed on the guys that they have. I mean, they thought possibly some of these other guys that they've brought in the past few years were going to be that guy, and none of them have worked out.
That's another one where the owner's meddling too much with the Jets.
Well, I mean, they thought Mason Rudolph might be kind of in that mold of a Roethlisberger, but he's not. I mean, he physically kind of looks like he could be, but he's not there. Never was. And that's what they've tried. Right. That's what they've tried to do. They've tried to find that mid-round in between guy that
give up a couple of first rounders. Just give up a couple of first rounders. Move up in the draft if you know that you want this quarterback, go and get him, because at this point we all know that the Pittsburgh Steelers are not going to be that team that they're going to have a losing season when they should in order to move up in the draft. I get it, because I understand that is not in the Steelers DNA. Listen, I'm just putting it out there. I'm not saying that they should. I'm just saying that this is something that they could evaluate to maybe see, hey, maybe we can, have a not such a good season, and then let's see what we can get in the draft. And again, they also have other issues that they need to deal with. But like, I think that, and I say this, I think Aaron Rodgers is coming back another year. Oh, he's going to do his rigmarole, and he's going to do his drag this, all the way, and then he's going to be like, oh yeah, I'm coming back one more season. And he's going to do this shit because he wants the attention. And he's just like Jerry Jones. All they want is the attention, and I think he will come back one more season with the Steelers.
Yeah, because I think he told that they called him telling Tomlin as he went off
It's
the
a beautiful
field
thing. It's a beautiful thing, Sam. It's a beautiful
that
thing.
thanks for bringing me here kind of thing. So I think he's happy there, and I think kind of like with the Jets, I think he wanted 2 seasons to see what he could do because I think you can't turn it around in 1 season in some cases.
No, it's not a one season. And again, a lot of these teams have been very lucky this year, right? Like, I mean, you got the
Right.
Bears who made it turn with a new head coach, the Jaguars who turned it around with a new head coach, the Patriots again turned it around with a head coach. But with the Patriots, Vrabel has been there. He's done this before, right? So he's a seasoned veteran. The
Yep.
other two, they're brand new head coaches, and man, I can't take that away from them.
Right.
Oh, I cannot stand them. I am not a nope, do not like him. I'll say that. I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan whatsoever. I get Sam, you might be right. I just don't see it in Aaron Rodgers right now. I don't. I really don't.
Yeah, I mean, he had a long run as one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL with the Packers,
Then he went
and
into a dark room and just, his skills diminished.
his field stuff is kind of what rubs a lot of people the wrong way. I mean, I don't care for it much either. I mean, I think he's a weird dude, but I think he's always been that way. You're just seeing it now as he's gotten older, and it's kind of at the forefront. Yeah, because when you're winning games and you're doing the things that you're doing, and you get knocked off of the playoffs, and you go off into the offseason, nobody cares. But when you're not winning and you're a great quarterback, you're followed off season. They want to know what you're doing. What are you doing to get back to winning? And that's when all this stuff starts coming up.
Mhm.
Between that and just the climate of the world the last 4 years, he can't shut up. And sometimes it's just like, dude, shut up.
You gotta pick your battles.
Yeah. It's like
Pick your battles.
Yeah. Like you're just again,
You're not helping.
Everybody has opinions and you're welcome to your opinions, but at times when you're in a position that you're in, just play.
Not only
play
that,
ball.
but you become more of a detriment to the team than helping.
Yeah.
That was the issue. Like, I listen, are you entitled to your opinion? 100%. Go for it. Have at it. Absolutely. There's some players that are in a position in which they're out in front of the cameras. They're in the limelight, right? You got to choose your battles. You know what I mean? Just like we do too.
How you do it, and that's the thing. He's snarky and everything about the questions. He tries to be the smartest guy in the room, and in some ways maybe he is sometimes, and in a lot of ways he's not. But it's like, dude, just
let it, just drop it.
Just let it roll. I mean, you don't show up for the things people think you should show up for. And I get it. You've been doing this a long time. Maybe you don't need the work.
Mm-hmm.
But the guys around you need the work with you.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. And he doesn't see it that way. Because he'll be like, oh, yeah, we're all on the same page. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
If you're not doing what
you're on my page.
Right. When you were back hustling, all you're worried about is I'm going to live my life on my off season. Dude, you guys retire at such an early age. I mean, if I could retire before I was 40 or around the time I'm 40, with that kind of, I got plenty of years to do that shit. I ain't got too many years left to play football. That's all I would be about. And that's the problem with him versus guys like Brady and Peyton and the other guys. Their life was football until it wasn't. Then their life's about everything else.
Well, technically, it's still about football for Peyton and Brady, right?
Well, yeah, to some extent, because that goes back to the original conversation we had about Jordan and them. Those guys have that competitiveness, and Rodgers does too. I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but because that's why he's doing what he's doing. But it comes down to competitiveness, and that's why a lot of these younger quarterbacks that we just talked about that have failed are failing. Their first round draft picks, they don't have the competitiveness. No, nope, Sam. I can't sign off on that one. You got a couple there, but
Peyton Manning, I'll give you that. No, I'm not. I can't.
I have to think about that one before I could
But then he
give
puts
you an
this
answer.
on.
I mean,
I'm sorry, but
you got to
that
have
may-
him in there, and I mean, the guy, you can't have a list without Brady in there.
Sixth
And I
round
get
pick
a lot of it
coming
was
out of nowhere.
the
All those-
combination of him and Belichick, but it was more Brady than Belichick. That's
Hell
very
yeah!
obvious right now. Very
Look what
obvious.
he did. Like look how many championships that dude had. Then he went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, which, by the way, they were not a relevant team
Yeah.
until he got there, and then he won a championship. Man, listen, we got to put Tom Brady in the conversation as one of the best of all time.
Absolutely.
There's no way in hell that I'm going to say that he's not on the top 5 best of all time. No, nope.
I mean,
nope.
without thinking about it a lot, I would say you got to take Eli out, put Brady in, and then you're probably correct with the 5 people. I just don't know about the order.
I can't sign up on that one. Well,
Yeah.
Nope.
You know what? Let's revisit this one on Thursday with the guys. And
Let's
Sam,
put a pin on that one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Sam, you put it on your calendar to come back on Thursday. Let's bring this
or
up
even
and get together.
tomorrow night.
Or
Well,
tomorrow
yeah.
night.
No,
But
you're right.
we're gonna be doing NFL picks and everything. Let's throw it out Thursday night there and see what we can come up with.
He kisses his son and looks up like, where are you coming from with all this stuff, Sam? Like, you know what I mean? You're all over the place today, man. You are all over the place with these crazy Manning twice back in the Super Bowl, had the greatest coach of all time, had the greatest receivers of all time. Okay, greatest receiver, greatest coach, and a shitty quarterback is not going to get you shit. Sorry, pardon my language.
Yeah, Eli beat him twice, but they won those games despite Eli.
No, I can't. I can't.
Because those were bad Giants teams that got hot in the playoffs, and those were situational wins right there.
And this whole kissing son lips, where that come from? Like, I mean, that's not a relevant comment there. And you're right, rings don't lie.
That's right, Phil.
Rings don't lie, Phil. Phil is still around here, man. You about to get out of here soon? There, you got to go to school, bro.
Got to go teach the youth of the world.
Yeah, man.
I was going to circle back real quick. So Phil posted
ahead.
a picture. He posted a comment earlier. He was at the women's South Carolina Gamecock women's game yesterday.
Oh, that's right.
And I saw the picture he posted of that T-shirt cannon. It was like a machine gun roll. Like they would just spin that thing and shoot T-shirts out of it. That was the coolest looking thing. I'd like to see that in person because it was just like one of those big old round things with a bunch of tubes in it.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom. It's almost like rapid fire if they wanted it to be, I think. So yeah, very cool.
Phil and I were having a conversation about the picture that he put about the pizza.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, man, I want that pizza so bad. I'm a pizza fan.
It's in his name, Food and Fitteds. He's going to drop some good food stuff, man.
Yeah,
he is. Food places to eat at for sure.
Listen, and I saw that pizza and I had to say, I was like, oh my God, it looks so good. His comment was good though. I think it was like it tasted better than the Panthers defense or something like that. It was just like he brought it to that. I'm like, you're right. You're right. You're right. The Panthers defense didn't do anything.
True.
But let me ask you this: now that we're at the end of the season, now for the Panthers, right? We're done with the Panthers. Obviously, we wish they could have gone further. I wanted to be wrong. I told you this during the show. I was like, I'm picking the Rams, but I want to be so wrong on this.
Yeah, I mean,
where do we stand with the Panthers right now?
I'll say this. The Panthers had a better than expected season, so I'm happy with that. The turnout of that. I think they're in the right direction. I hope they do keep the DC there with Canales, and I just hope they keep everybody on the coaching staff at least one more season.
Mm-hmm.
We need a few more pieces. I mean, Bryce Young's probably learned a lot from this season. I'm going to go into next season still unsure what I think about him, to be honest. I just don't know if he's the long-term solution, but he's the right now solution.
He's the person for right now. And we can't take that away from him.
Right. But I love the receiving core coming together. Coker, McMillan, Tommy Tremble at tight end. Tremaine's another good tight end. I think we've got a few pieces right there. Jimmy Horn Jr. is coming on. They need to rely on Jimmy Horn Jr. more, because I think he can be that next guy. Legette's got to go. I love the story of Xavier Legette. I think he's a pretty good guy. he's a detriment sometimes too. I mean, he's probably not going to stay. Um, I don't know what his contract situation is. I mean, if he's got another year, he probably will. But still, the defense. I mean, they're so close. I don't know what the pieces are. They're just as you say, they got a few more pieces to plug in, and they just got to build on the experience with Bryce Young, because he's not he at times. I can't say he's not the guy that's not going to win you a game, because he has won them games with comebacks, and he hasn't really lost them games. He's just, it's almost like you're at the point now where you don't need a game manager, you need a game closer. And he can be that, but he's not always that.
You know what I don't see here that they go a lot to? A true tight end.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of their situation is play calling and play situations. To me, they make some bad play decisions. And here I am, I'm the couch coach here. When I look at it, I'm like, why would you run that play right there? Like that's just a stupid play here, stupid play there. And then you're behind the chains too much. And so they've got to work on that too. They got to work on better play calls, better situational.
Christ. Look, I mean, you got a tight end, their number one tight end for the 2025 regular season stats. You ready for this?
Yeah.
27 receptions, 249 yards, and 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, you got using your tight end at all.
You gotta use your tight end more than just blocking, man. You can't
exactly.
And listen, here's the one thing that they need to change their ways and all of that for the Carolina Panthers. Are you ready for this? Get rid of those silver helmets.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I know I'm joking, and it's funny, but we've been talking about this all season. It's like these silver helmets, they gotta go, man. They
play with a different feeling with the black helmets.
Yep.
I was so disappointed they didn't go with the black helmets for the playoff game.
They should have. All
black. The players get pumped up with that. Oh gosh,
they would have done the all black on that. Oh my god,
absolutely all black.
Yeah,
they
all about it.
Well, and that goes back. I think the tight end situation sometimes goes back to Bryce Young's decision making, because as a young quarterback, he doesn't go to the tight end as his bailout.
So you're killing me.
But yeah, I mean, they're close, and I like what they're doing. They've got to make some play calling decisions, and they just need another piece here or there. But yeah, use the tight ends more and stay with the running game. I mean, in this day and age, you got to have 2 running backs.
And that's what I'm saying.
You got to keep Dowdle happy, though.
I was just going to say, I was like, you better keep him, because then you got Trevor Etienne, and that's it. Because Jonathan Brooks is out. Can we get a better backup as well for next year?
Oh gosh, please let Andy
get rid of Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
Get rid of Andy Dalton. And
I don't know who it needs to be, but it's got to be somebody other than him.
They want to keep. He's a veteran. There and all that. I get that, but it's just like, so in my opinion, for this year, for them, for like going into the draft now you know where you're going to be at the draft. Now you start working towards next year. Work on that offensive line, and you got to get at least one more weapon for Bryce Young. You got to get another weapon, whether it's like a wide receiver, tight end, something. Because right now what you have, it's good. It's just not good enough to beat those teams and make it far into the playoffs. It's just not good enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep Andy Dalton, make him your quarterback's coach. Don't make him a
Why?
player coach, you know? I don't know. I
But
mean, it's
well,
like
maybe that's what he is. Maybe that's what he
exactly.
is.
That's the thing, that if you're going to keep this isn't just an Andy Dalton thing. It's a lot of these teams that do keep these veterans around because they are a veteran presence.
Mhm.
Make them a coach. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know I don't know who the quarterback coach is for a lot of these teams. I just looked it up for Carolina Panthers because I didn't know. Will Harringer,
No
second
idea.
season working with Dave Canales. Assistant quarterback coach is Mike Bercovici to develop quarterbacks. Bryce Young. Okay. Don't know who you are. Didn't play in the league as far as I can tell by that name. You know, get rid of that guy and make Andy Dalton your assistant quarterback coach and get an actual person that can play now in as the backup quarterback, and keep that veteran presence around Bryce Young if that's what you want. So
I did see that saying that they hired Matt Ryan for president of football in Atlanta.
so
Give it a
Harringer,
shot.
this is what it said. Harringer previously coached for the Seahawks and the Cowboys. Okay. Neither one of them had good quarterbacks. What are you doing? He didn't coach any good quarterbacks previously. I mean, he was with Dak.
And who was in Seattle?
Yeah, who was in Seattle? That's been a rotating. He was probably with Pete Carroll, and that was probably a rotating thing with Russell Wilson. Or he might have been there with Russell Wilson.
Can we start with the retreads of head coaches?
Yeah, exactly.
Can we stop with the retreads of head coaches? Can we just stop that already? Like, there's so many like failed coaches that are like getting more opportunities.
Yeah.
And we haven't talked about this. I'm sure we're going to talk about it, next on Tuesday and Thursday. But like, I'm just so tired of seeing the same head coaches getting the same opportunities over and over and over and over again, and then still fail.
That's how I was when I saw Mike McCarthy's name come up. I'm like, really?
Oh,
come on, man. Exactly. Another one.
Another opportunity.
Yeah. Well, Phil, I mean, that's what Andy Dalton seems to be to me as a player coach. That's kind of what he is. So who knows?
Pete Carroll, another one.
Another one,
with
yeah,
Pete Carroll.
absolutely.
Pete Carroll, dude, enjoy retirement.
Yep.
Go do like a some kind of like office where you're like, you're coaching new coaches, you're bringing, you know what I mean? You're working and developing and all that, like a think tank or something like that. Go do something else. Just stop coaching. It's done.
Yeah.
Same with Bill Belichick. Stop pushing this narrative that Bill Belichick could have an opportunity in the NFL. Stop. Nobody wants that anymore.
Right. If you think they have something to offer from an experience standpoint, bring them in a consulting role of some kind and nothing else. I mean, they got no business being on the sideline.
Nobody wants that whole headache, especially with Bill Belichick. Nobody wants the whole Jordan Carroll. Oh my God. I can't, just saying it. And being here in Raleigh, like, I cannot take any more of this stuff. Cannot. Yeah. I just can't do it. So, but that's my whole thing. Like, it just stop with the retreads. Stop with the retreads. Let's bring somebody else.
Yeah,
because exactly. Man, same thing with like Pete Carroll, gone. Mike McCarthy, get out. Bill Belichick, get out. There has to be a point where like you get to a certain age and you're like, that's it. No, go into infamy and go somewhere else. We're done with you. Like, because you're stopping other head coaches from getting an opportunity, or the coaches who have an opportunity to become head coaches, because you're doing the same thing over and over and over again. And listen, John Harbaugh. You know how old John Harbaugh is?
I don't remember the number, but what, 60 something?
64.
64, yeah.
He's going to get another opportunity. He's the highest candidate.
He's 7 years older than me.
But there's certain positions that you're just like, okay, we're good.
Yeah.
And just let it be. Also, the other hard one in the Chargers, he did turn that team around, but bro, those classes are holy Jesus. I know it sounds bad. I know it sounds bad. I'm sorry.
Well, you were getting crap the other day from somebody on the show about your mom glasses.
My mom glasses like, bro, these are clear glasses. What are you talking about? These are the
Exactly.
thinnest thing there is. Like, you're an idiot.
Yeah. And I threw out to you again. We'll get in this later in the week, but I threw out to y'all last night.
Yeah.
Was Philadelphia one of those teams that reached out to John Harbaugh behind the channels because there were more teams than had coaches available reaching out?
I think it was Miami, the one that reached out.
I think it was, but could it have been Philadelphia? Could they be thinking? I mean, if I'm the owner of the Philadelphia
Appreciate
Eagles,
it, Sam.
I'm definitely looking at the Harbaugh situation and be like, do I need Sirianni to stay here, or can I insert John Harbaugh and
if I'm John
notch it
Harbaugh,
up?
I wait it out. Why would you?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Russia, you're the number one candidate right now.
And all the other decisions are waiting on him.
On him.
Yeah.
So just wait it out.
The other pieces will fall once everybody knows where Harbaugh's going, then that's where everybody else will start picking it up.
That's where
it's going to be crazy next few weeks because that's going to happen here in the next week or two, for sure.
I think so. I don't know. John Harbaugh hasn't. They haven't said anything about him interviewing for the position for the Browns. I know. God, what's his name in Miami? It escapes his name. McDaniels just interviewed for the Browns.
Yeah.
Schwartz interviewed. So they already done some interviews there. I know Atlanta did an interview with Stefanski. I wish Stefanski nothing but the best. I hope he gets it.
Yeah.
Somewhere else. It's either going to be Atlanta, in my opinion, or was the other one that I said that he was going to go to. Was it New York?
Yeah, I think you were saying that possibly.
Yeah. So congratulations to him. I mean, he's going to listen. He's a great head coach. He just didn't work out here in Cleveland, and it's okay. It happens. You know what I mean? I mean, John, you would have never thought that John Harbaugh was going to get fired in Baltimore.
Yeah.
Never in a million years you would have thought that. I thought it would have been hey, we're going to mutually part ways. But this one was a straight up, he gone.
Yeah.
So, all right, guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It is 7:00. We both got to go to work. Make sure you join us again next week. We will be talking about Carolina specifics. We'll touch on other things, right? We got to start getting ready for Major League Baseball season. It's right around the corner. We got the UFL as well, but that's not until March.
Yeah, we got the UFL. We'll touch on the hockey. Carolina Hurricanes are on fire right now again. So
again, after being shit for a week.
Yeah, they got on a little bit of a roll. So we'll get a little more into the hockey about that. Minor League Baseball will be starting up soon as well.
I cannot wait.
We got a lot of teams in the Carolinas to be talked about with minor league baseball.
And
that's our heart and soul right there.
That's right. I love me. I cannot wait. I cannot wait for that. So, guys, again, thank you so much. And we will see you guys next week at 7:00. Make sure you follow us. Hit the subscribe button.
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Yeah. We will see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Later.